A big Legends weekend has been shrouded by a lot of uncertain questions. Let's get into it. What's good, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Rob, aka Robot. So back at it, like crack addict. Back after the weekend off. I know I wasn't streaming, but I'll be back this weekend with a stream. We're here to talk about Madden Ultimate Team, the latest going on. I believe this is week 7. Week 7, week 8. Somebody correct me in the comments. But nonetheless, we have another week here for Madden Ultimate Team. We're gonna go over everything that went on the past week and what we can look ahead to as per usual here. But if you are new here, appreciate you for stopping by. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up on the video. Like the video as well so that algorithm can get computing. And in the comment section down below, let me know what your favorite part of the MUT week was this past 7 days. All right, let's get into it and see what we got coming ahead. So before we get into anything crazy from last week, just want to look ahead at team of the week stuff. First up here, the reveal here on Monday night. It's Monday night right now. You're probably seeing this video maybe Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon. But right here is the LTD, or I'm sorry, the player of the week. My bad, player of the week. Kevin Byard here. He was one of the suggestions I saw on my guy Popular Strangers video. Shouts to my guy Pop. He did some predictions. He was pretty on the nose with a bunch of them here. But Kevin Byard here is going to come in with 90 speed. He's a zone archetype safety, so you know, your choice may vary there if you like the zone or the hybrid better. But 92 zone coverage is nice. 82 man, not the greatest, but again, he's a zone safety, so you're probably throwing him all the way back there. 80 hit power, not cutting it at all. But the speed is solid, zone coverage is solid, pursuit's at 90 if that actually mattered, but 90 excel. He's okay, he's not the best, but I'm sure Titans fans or whatever team he has for his other chems will love it. Here are the other players. First up is an LTD, Will Fuller here. He's gonna come in, this game is from 2019 by the way, but this Will Fuller is gonna come in at a 93 overall. Looks like the OVRs have been bumped up a little bit, but 93 overall with 93 speed. Hello, that's gonna get up to about like what, 96, 97, 98 on some teams maybe? I don't know. Let's see. You might have to power it up a lot. But 93 speed there is nice with 94 deep route running, 91 catch. I don't know how tall he is. I'm gonna assume he's about like 6 feet right there. I don't know off the top of my head. Somebody can correct me in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure he's 6 feet tall. But Will Fuller, not that bad at all. It's gonna be speedy out there, and he's just gonna be a deep threat. He's a super juice Tyreek Hill, you know, better than what we've been getting for Tyreek Hill and some other speedy guys. So he's gonna be on a bunch of teams, but he's gonna be expensive. I say a bunch of teams, a bunch of top end teams, I'd assume, but he's gonna be expensive, right? He's an LTD, so keep that in mind there. The offensive hero for this week, or the legendary offensive dude, is gonna be Miles Austin, route runner archetype here, 91 speed, 87 deep route running, 91 medium route running, so he's not cutting it there with the deep route running. But the route runner archetype's nice. He has Cowboys, Browns, and Eagles as his theme teams, I believe, because he played one season with the Eagles and the Browns at the end of his career, but obviously known very well for his time spent with the Cowboys. You know, wide receiver 2 for a bunch of that time, I believe, with like T.O. and then I think at the start of Dez Bryant, I believe. But nonetheless, Miles Austin was a staple for Dallas for many years. So getting an offensive hero here for his game in 2009 against the Chiefs. And the defensive hero is Kabir Gbaja-Biamila. I know it looks like a mouthful, but if you break it down, it's Kabir Gbaja-Biamila. It's not really that hard. So, but 88 speed on him, 92 finesse move, 90 block shed, 8.5 bad. Speed rusher there, 88 speed. It's okay for where the game is right now. Obviously, you'd want to see that a little bit higher, but 88 speed. I believe Hendricks had 89 speed. So he's going to be nice. He only has the Green Bay Packers as a theme team. So little downfall there for a bunch of you out there who might be looking for another pass rusher, but he's still going to be good nonetheless. The only thing I want to bring up to you as well is some team of the week dudes from last week. You might be in the market here on Tuesday, or even some legend pieces tomorrow on Tuesday, to buy some stuff to fill out the rest of the sets that you want to do. I know I'm targeting a Charles Woodson here, and I'll explain that when we go into the legends, but Tuesday's a good time to maybe pick up some pack trash left on the ground, maybe snipe some cards for cheap if you're not looking for these dudes at the top end. Also Thursday as well, Friday, Saturday, those are good days to go in and buy the pieces and stuff that you need to fill out the sets and stuff, or even buy stuff for cheap to quick sell or sell later on. So keep that in mind for tomorrow. But these are the confirmed team of the week cards coming. Once again, it's Kabir Gbaja-Biamila, Miles Austin, Will Fuller, and the Kevin Byard there is going to be the player of the week here. So those are the 4 big cards coming out tomorrow GMM, or Tuesday morning, whenever you're watching this. They're going to reveal the rest of the elites. I expect some dudes to get +1s. There's a bunch of names out there that people are considering. So just think about it like this. If a guy recently got a card like a Josh Allen or even a guy like Kyler Murray, well, maybe Kyler might be due for an upgrade. Anyway, if a guy recently got a card, don't expect a card for them anytime soon. Maybe they get a +1. There's also some dudes, I believe somebody doesn't have a card at all in the game that had a good game this past week. So we could be getting some interesting names tomorrow, but that's besides the point here for Team of the Week. Let's go ahead and skip on to the recap here because I don't want to keep you guys forever. But here's the MUT newsletter recap. We'll slide through all these. I'll go over some of my notes. I have notes here. So the one thing I want to do is no Gridiron Guardians part 2. I know last week we talked about that. They didn't come with a part 2, so I went ahead and sold some stuff, got rid of some stuff, X, Y, and Z. The one thing I will say that is part of their part 2 here is the house rules. We can talk about this now since it's in my notes, but the house rules came out and this is kind of stupid and pathetic at the same time. Number one, this house rules is good for 5 days. Came out on Friday and it's done tomorrow, I believe. Tuesday, I believe, is the last one. So number one, that's dumb. Number two, the rewards are really kind of not worth it. Like, it's 25 wins, and I know a lot of people have been playing it and it's super easy. Sometimes you get in there and like some dude just quits. I don't know why it says MUT level required. I think because I have to play it on old gen. I have no clue, but basically you go in there and you get all the stuff done to get the super plays done for the house rules reward, which is at 25 wins. You get the choice between an 86 overall hero, Gridiron Guardians, almost called MUT heroes, but Gridiron Guardians 86, or a 90 in cat. That's not worth your time, dudes. You know what I mean? Like, that stuff is like 30, 40, maybe at the best 50,000 coins, and you're not, I promise you're not getting that, right? First and 25, touchdowns worth 10, interceptions worth 3, score 15 points to win. So, I mean, you score once and you pretty much can seal it and people will quit, that's for sure. But is it worth your time to put it in? Especially over the past weekend, we had Weekend League. You know, some people are talking to me about, yo, should I even play Weekend League? I should just play seasons and get the rewards, because Weekend League rewards aren't that great at the end of the week. And then who knows what we're getting for the first month of the rewards here. Some people weren't very happy with it. So yeah, I mean, I'm of the mind too that head-to-head seasons might be the way to do it. I've been playing a lot of head-to-head seasons this year because a lot of the challenges are like stuff that are involved with the Gridiron Guardians and different programs. You have to play head-to-head to get that stuff done. So I've been playing a lot more head-to-head, but I was smart about it and I made sure, let's just say, to start the year, I wasn't beating a lot of good competition, right? So now I'm just finishing up some of these head-to-head milestones here. As you see, 125 points, 15 rushing touchdowns, only because I want to get that 90. This one is an NCAT and this is kind of worth it, but like, it's a lot of objectives, dudes. It's a lot. So is that even worth it for the 90? No. And I'm keep considering and thinking that I'm of the mind that a lot of these rewards haven't been worth it this year. EA continues to not value our time, which is kind of sad and disappointing. But let's get back to the newsletter here as we progress through. So yeah, once again, we didn't get a part 2 there of the Gridiron Guardians, kind of disappointing. But we did get Team of the Week this week. Trevon Diggs, we went over this last week. Trevon Diggs, Cameron Hayward, Tom Brady got the record breaker. Gates, Delta O'Neal, some of the elites. Debo Samuel there. Marcus Williams isn't half bad there. I've heard some good things, but that hit power, super trash. And Debo Samuel here, nice speed, but everything else is kind of garbage. But he's an 88 there. So CJ Uzma got a card. Tyus Bowser got a card. Also cool that EA is adding these power-ups for some of these dudes, like right away. Kind of diminishes or increases the value of power-ups depending on who comes out. So power-ups are a crapshoot. I wouldn't invest. If you guys are investors in that kind of stuff, I would not invest. So Tyreek Hill got a +1, but I think he got like a +2 to his speed or something. I don't remember exactly what the situation was, but they basically matched him up with that 89 that you got from the watch party stuff for MCS. So if you have the 89 Tyreek, don't even sweat it pretty much for this one, unless you really want to power him up. Beyond that, Travis Gibson here was the last elite there. So again, same deal with the sets. It's going to be the same deal tomorrow with the sets, or Tuesday with the sets, pretty much. I don't expect them to add anything crazy to it. Maybe they add another card or increase the OVR requirements, but I don't expect anything crazy new out of those sets. Wildcard Wednesday came out. Yeah, and veterans were here. So the crop was Jason McCourty, 91 speed, not bad at all. 92 man, not bad at all. Press and zone coverage a little bit lower than you like, but not bad there, especially if you have a theme team for McCourty here. I forget what exact teams there are. They don't have them listed here, but if you're a fan, you know which guys go on which teams. Ryan Fitzmagic here, not going to be on anybody's field. That 90 throw power is solid there, but he's a field general archetype. 78 speed's not the best. I haven't seen him much at all in anybody's team, but he does go on a bunch of teams, obviously, so He could be a good backup there for you, or if you want to try him out. Cordell Patterson's probably the best out of this whole release. Yeah, Cordell Patterson here with 91 speed, 88 break tackle as a running back, elusive back there. 88 COD, 90 Excel. Not bad at all. The only downfall there is his carrying really low there. 82 catches, pretty solid too for a running back. Keep that in mind, he's a running back. He's not a wide receiver here, so 82 catch isn't bad. So I think this is the best card of the bunch, but that 80 carry, man, that's really devastating. Next up is Robert Quinn, 85 speed. Not that great at a linebacker, right? If he was a defensive end, maybe this is a better play because then you could put him at DT, but being a linebacker, 85 speed, no thank you. Block sheds there is nice, and the power move's nice, but everything else, nah. And Jared Cook here, also a solid option, probably the second best out of the bunch here. 89 speed, 88 medium route running. You get it up to 90, that's over threshold. But he's a vertical threat tight end, so like stuff like tight end apprentice won't be as cheap because he has the worst of the two archetypes for that. I think possession's the best one. But if you'd like to just sling it out there to a big, tall tight end, I mean, I just saw him over the weekend plowing over dudes with the Chargers. So 89 speed there ain't bad at all in the tight end. So Jared Cook easily kind of vaults up into top 5 tight end rankings right now. So not a bad release there for veterans. I think this week is Rising Stars. I could be wrong though. I'm hoping Kadarius Toney. He had a big week, so I'm hoping Kadarius Toney gets a nice card. That would be kind of sick. He'd be super fast. He'd probably be really fun to use out there. I'm assuming a route runner archetype. I could be wrong. It could be deep threat, but we'll see. LTDs here. Rodney Hudson, Marcus May. I mean, a center, nothing really crazy here to cry home about. He's only missing something there in run block finesse. Everything else is pretty solid. And Marcus May here, I saw him on a couple teams. He really wasn't standing out much on anybody's teams that I saw, but 91 speed, 93 zone is really, really solid there. 88 hit power is not too bad. 88 man's not too bad either. You'd like those a little bit higher, but overall he's solid. But zone strong safety, it's kind of tough. It's a lot of competition. There's Ed Reed, who's allegedly getting a card, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but Ed Reed's still really good out there. He still makes plays. Cam Chancellor's out there. You also have somebody like, I'm missing one off the top of my head. He's on my team right now. You also have somebody like Jamal Adams, who a lot of people can get for free if you're just playing these ultimate season stuff to get the Gridiron Guardian. So there's a lot of good strong safeties out there. There's even Divine Diablo, Jack Tatum. So there's a lot of good safeties. So it's just kind of unfortunate. May's a strong safety. He was a free safety last year. So strong safety May there, not the best. Redux came out this past Friday instead of a part 2 of Gridiron Guardians. And with the Redux came these cards that we all should be expecting to be cheaper, right? Because usually the Redux is basically the way it's set up. If you're new here, basically this card is just a reprint or a reproduction of the limited time card of the same type, right? So this was a Legends Larry Zonka here. I believe Fletcher Cox and Nick Chubb were both LTD cards. The rest of them were Legends. I think Darren Waller was also an LTD. So like they just went ahead and gave us all 91s as Reduxes, and I believe the wording Kralo had is that they're gonna keep giving us the Reduxes whenever we get an escalation in overall for all this stuff, but we don't know when that is, so we can't really plan around it. But I would say the minute you see we go to a 94 overall and you have LTDs, sell them immediately. If stuff starts going to 94 out of the ordinary, and I'm not talking about a Marino, right? I'm talking about if some cards are 94, before we get the full slate of them, sell, okay? So that would be my only suggestion. But the Reduxes, we've seen these cards already, so we're just gonna go through the images real quick, but we've seen these cards already. They're just, again, reprints basically of the cards we've already seen. But the only thing here is that the Redux came out and they're still super hard to pull. We saw this last year towards the second half of the year once we had those training variety packs. We saw that a lot of Reduxes were very hard to pull because they were very frequently coming out of training variety packs from EA. So they were hard to pull in the second half of the year. So it's kind of following suit this year. So Reduxes came out, not the greatest odds on them at all. I didn't even see anybody pull them over the weekend, and I watched a couple streams here and there when I was able to, and I didn't see anything there. So Redux, a little headache there for sure. Now we're heading into the Legends here, and we will talk about Michael Vick and Charles Woodson. So they both came out over the weekend, probably the biggest Legends weekend since the launch of the game. Biggest names, arguably Michael Vick here, and Charles Woodson is no slouch in his own right, 2 Hall of Famers. Well, at least Charles Woodson a Hall of Famer, Vick, we'll see. But Madden Hall of Famer at the very least here. His is fully maxed up, powered up card if you powered him up all the way through, or if you just got the LTD and played him on the squad. 93 speed there is really good. 93 throw power, really good. But the problem is that I'm just watching him play on a bunch of teams and he's overthrowing the ball. He's throwing it into the lineman because he's a lefty and like some people aren't used to throwing, you know what I mean? So It's tough. I haven't seen great things from him. I will say the escape artist combo with a little set feet lead action, you know, that kind of stuff has been working from time to time, but on a consistent basis, has he been the most dominant player on the field? Not by any means. So I'm not going to say go out there and break your neck for him at all. The one I will say maybe go out and dabble into is Charles Woodson here. 92 speed, 92 press, 93 zone, 92 man. Yeah, everything here is good except for play rec. But again, we don't know how much that actually matters. But everything else here is nasty. And he's a beast out there. I've seen him make some big plays for people. So Charles Woodson, I would recommend over Vick, as crazy as that might sound to some people. Here are some codes here. The one thing I did want to go over though is the leak. So I currently can't find it here on the store, and that probably is for good reason because it wasn't probably supposed to be on the store, but I can't find it here on the store. As you can see, there's nothing here really going on alluding to anything Madden wise. But luckily we have a bunch of intrepid and smart sleuthers here on the social medias. And this Twitter user here, and shouts to Captain Noah, who actually tweeted my guy Gut Fox, as you can see, and I can confirm I saw this as well in the Xbox store that day. I believe this was Friday it came out. That Ed Reed right here, Madden NFL 22 most feared, the spookiest most feared yet. I think it went out maybe a week early because what we've been hearing from Kralo is the 14th is super important, and the 14th would align with this Friday, which would align with maybe some dude out there, maybe it's this Thursday, one of the two. It's gonna align with the most feared content being released this week, this Friday. So keep that in mind. It could be this week. This was definitely seen in the Xbox store there, so I can confirm I did see it. That is Ed Reed here with the 20, you see the 2 and the 0 here, Ravens helmet, most feared logos all over. But the only kind of concern or question here is like, Ed Reed just kind of got a card. Why are we already recycling a dude when, for example, his own former teammate Ray Lewis hasn't gotten a card yet, right? So maybe this is even wrong. Like maybe this is supposed to be Ray Lewis and they just put Ed Reed on there. Who's to say? But this was definitely spotted. I saw it myself and it's gone now. Usually this stuff stays up for a couple days and it's gone. It's Monday and I saw it on Friday. So, you know, look out for that. That could be coming later this week. I will say, if we're expecting anything, obviously team of the week, Wednesday's probably going to be Wildcard Wednesday, Rising Stars. Thursday is more LTDs. Friday, I'm expecting most feared. Saturday, more Legends. Could we get another big Legends week? I'm hoping so. I'm hoping a Lawrence Taylor, maybe Eric Dickerson weekend, or Lawrence Taylor, Gale Sayers type weekend. Hoping for something good. Another back-to-back strong weekend would be good from EA. But only a man could dream, right? So close out everything here. The only kind of complaints outside of this stuff with house rules rewards being trash and the days and the times being trash, solo battles is still having issues. There are still major glitches and issues with RPOs. If you're using RPO on next gen and you're glitching people, you suck. And you're the worst of the worst. You're just glitching the game. It's really bad. So that would be the only notes major out of this. I think it's just another week in the churn, another week in the build. We're just kind of awaiting most feared stuff. I don't have any other major notes here. But you know, again, Redux odds, super trash. The packs, the Legends packs this past Saturday too, by the way, pretty solid from what I saw. I pulled, didn't have as much great luck, but I saw people got a lot of great pulls out of it. So Vic's overrated. Charles Woodson's really good. We got a lot of stuff coming, guys. So just keep on the lookout for that. This weekend, we should be streaming most feared stuff. Hopefully it comes out this weekend here on YouTube and on Twitch as well. So make sure you're following along. Appreciate all the support as always, guys. We'll catch you next time. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what your favorite part of the past MUT week was. Catch you next time. Peace.